Oh my goodness, we're about to go in this here Goodwill, and you're not going to believe the stuff we're about to find. It's wishful thinking. Let's get into it. Cinco Niños. These are some $6 Carhartt jeans. They're just Carhartt brand jeans in a reasonable size for $6. These are $2.78 each, and you can't really use this one without the adapter that's attached to this one, but I think they're about $20. Asher just found this. Good job. Yeah. It's Lego Duplo, 1984, and it's 97 cents. I don't know what it's worth, but I'll put up comps. I like to buy small appliances, but I don't know anything about any of these. What am I leaving up here that's good? This looks interesting. I'm gonna look into that. And this is in the box. We are not finding a ton, but we found this WWF in 2007 shirt for $2.48. Found this. I think this is a dog jacket from Woolrich. A couple of hats. Caleb found this Splatoon hat, camo, Yukon. But then we came up here and found these that go with the microphones, and this one is sealed. And then these two I'll probably lot with the microphones, and this one I'll sell separately. Okay, Levi just found this that he's going to keep. That's not one you have, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, so this is the find of the day. Look at this. $3.78. This is it's a 4-string guitar. That makes it a tenor. The nut is a little bit messed up. Well, it's loose, so it goes back to the right place. This is no doubt Harmony. Perhaps it's a K. The paint lines will tell me when I get to do some research. Dad. But I'll get $75 for that for sure. So that thing plus shipping. Then they were bringing Christmas stuff out. And stocking the shelf. So I was going through it as they were bringing it out, and it was fun. The prices were really good. Nothing's like crazy weird, but like just really good prices on solid bread and butter Christmas stuff. $3.78 on some Jingle Bells new in the package. This yard light up Santa, $2.19 for a 20-inch. This is a talking Christmas tree. That is a crazy thing that I remember from my time in retail, and it was crazy cheap. Oh, maybe it wasn't. I wouldn't have bought it if I realized it was that much. I must have got it mixed up. This, I think, is the best Christmas thing we found. Holly Jolly Rock Santa, and it was $7. It has a $75 price tag on it, and it's from 1992. So I think that's probably the best Christmas item. This one's pretty good. It was $4.39. Wonderland Bears.
Nice.
What'd you have to say, Bob?
Nothing.
Okay, go back in your seat then. Just, normal books, except for these down here, inspired by my friend John at Small Town Reseller over in Lake Jackson. But seriously, John puts out short, informative videos, and he is selling books that you wouldn't think to sell. So give him a follow. These are French language books. And so they didn't have any comps, but they were 50 cents a piece. So I'm going to give them a shot. This is another French language book, and this was ornaments Levi wanted to get for the tree they put in their room. And then you guys saw the video games. This is more like just vintage Santa Claus stuff. This is an old Santa Claus, and it's $1.78. A tree topper that was $2.78. And so just more of that kind of stuff. I think that pretty well.
And that's what we found at Goodwill, you guys. I hope you had a good time. What?
Like, comment.
Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.
I was going to make a video, but I got all the entertainment I need right here. Go get ready for bed. I love you. Last winter, I bought these right after Christmas. I bought them at Five Below, and I've sold a handful of them. They're selling for $12.99, and I didn't even end up listing them until probably 6 weeks ago, and they're clicking off one at a time. I'd kind of hoped maybe they would sell a bunch to somebody who thought they could do better on them than $12.99. It is what it is. These Colorado boots I picked up for $6.99. I had them listed for a long time, and I wasn't getting any interest. And then these are a classic looking hiking boot. I did not realize that name was Alpine on that classic looking hiking boot. And so when I changed it to Alpine, then I started getting views and watchers. So these classic hiking boots with the red laces are called Alpine. And these finally did sell for $29.99. Izod Lacoste. This is a cardigan that I picked up for $4, sold for $24.99. Buyers all in at $27. I suspect that's sales tax and it's free shipping. Picked these up for, I think I paid almost $10 for them. And they were $28. Man, that was not a good pickup. These sold for $55.99. Buyers all in at $75. These are what somebody referred to them as jungle boots. I assume that has to do with them being Vietnam War era. I had an issue when I listed these where I put Vietnam in the title. No, I'm saying that wrong. I had Korea. These are Korean War era Army issue boots. And I had an issue where I had them. I tried to use Korean War in the title, and it told me I wasn't allowed to list things that originated in North Korea. So watch out for that. These boots aren't embargoed, made in North Korea something. Watch out when you're listing that stuff. This blender, you guys just saw me pick it up the other day for $6. I listed it for $100. I took the first $80 offer that I got, which was in a couple of days, and it sold for $86.40. The buyers all in. I made I shipped it UPS today, and it said it cost $13. So $6.13. Let's say I'm $25 in all in with including fees, even if it's sold promoted. I don't see on this page if it's sold promoted or not, but even if I'm $25 all in, that's $55 profit on that in 2 days. So rather than waiting on the $100 in 6 weeks, I've got 85 this week. These Asics sold for $22 free shipping. I paid $3.78 for them at Goodwill. They've been sitting around a while. Vintage Nikko remote for remote control car. These Nikko RC cars are getting more collectible all the time, and so this is just a naked remote. I don't have a thing to test it, so I just sold it as is untested. It sold for $21.99 free shipping. Sold the Sony Walkman. I told you guys I thought it was probably worth about $25 even if it wasn't working.
Quick editor's note, I broke the door while I was testing this, so it was more broken when I sold it than when I found it.
I ended up taking an offer for $20 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $31, and I've only had that a couple of days. Vintage Carhartt thermal, like undershirt, long johns. Sold for, buyers all in at $26 on that. I paid $2.48. It's probably been around 6 weeks or so. I sold those Mizuno 80s basketball shoes that I picked up the other day. I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I've had them listed. I listed them for $39, and then I lowered them to $29, and then somebody sent me an offer of $18. I know that I'm only in them for $2, and I wondered even at the time aloud with you guys. I was like, I don't know if there's a market for these because they aren't 80s Nikes, and they're not going to hold up. You try to walk in those, they will come apart. So the buyer's all in at $30 on these, and I'm pretty happy to get them moved on to somebody who will appreciate cool old shoes. This was a good one, and it took me a couple of minutes to sell. This is, I paid, I think I'm all in at $4. I know what garage sale I got these at. I might be $5. They might have been $2 for the 2-pound set and $3 for the 5-pound set. But anyway, they're BF Co. Dumbbells, and they're vintage. They are so that's 15 pounds. I put them in a regional rate A box going to Oregon, and they ship for $12. I just, for grins, I put in the 15 pounds like I was doing them just a regular priority box, and it would cost me $50. So the regional rate A saved my bones on that one. Pendleton. I always sell Pendleton. I always pick up Pendleton when I find it. Even the cheap stuff will sell. This is pure wool, small. I think it's a small. It's medium. It's a very small size. It's a medium label. $25.20 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $40 on this Pendleton gray men's, just a generic sweater. This sweater, my wife laughed at me because I even listed it. $17.99 plus shipping. Look at the condition this thing is in. It has an oil stain on the back of it that's disclosed. It has a lot of sun fading that's disclosed. But it's got a really cool image on the front, and a lot of people like that distressed look on older clothes. And so this sold, I probably had this 6 or 8 weeks. It hasn't been around too awful long. I picked these up for $1 a piece at a garage sale, and I got a little bit discouraged when I just saw this show up on Netflix. I was like, well, now nobody's going to get it. They can just watch it on Netflix. And I realized this is 1 through 4, and there's a 5th season available. And this is available in a box set. So this was I wasn't comping these when I picked them up. I got a huge stack of brand new DVDs. This vintage trash can, you guys remember me picking this up. I think I paid $7 for it at that garage sale where I got all kinds of amazing stuff. This shipped UPS, and it only went like an hour and a half away because I live in Peoria, Illinois. It's right in the dead center of Illinois. It went in the Indianapolis area, not very far away. And the buyer's all in at $66.44 plus shipping. I picked these tarot cards up for $1, and they sold for $59 free shipping. I've had them the exact same amount of time. I got them at the same sale where I got that Michigan sweater we just talked about for $1. So probably 6 weeks on those. I've had this metal dome top V thermos brand lunchbox forever. I picked it up for $4 at an estate sale. It would have had to been 7 years ago at least, because I know that I was working at Menards when I was on the clock at Menards when I stopped at that estate sale. Sold for $29 and plus shipping. Buyers all in at $45. I didn't list it until it was listed for 6 weeks, which is the important part for you guys. But I've had it sitting around. I just think it's a really neat thing. I even used it to carry my lunch to work a handful of times because I just think it's cool. But I didn't need it. I wasn't using it. I wasn't displaying it. I saw it. I was like, I'm going to list that. And it sold reasonably quickly for $45. $45 free shipping. You can pick them up all the time. Cheap. Holy cow, did this thing catch some interest. This is a men's small. I suspect that it's size small. The size tag was ripped out because of the way that the tag was. But it is leather elbow patches are an indication that a piece might be higher end. And this being Ralph Lauren polo cardigan, I knew it was going to sell. I listed it for 28, which was below market significantly, and it got so many views and so many questions, so many watchers, and finally somebody picked it up. Buyers all in at $42 because it's 3 pounds, and they weren't close. I think it went to California. I just mentioned that RC cars vintage RCs are really popular. I got this one for free from a lady who was babysitting our kids, and then she's like, hey, I'm going to give you a bunch of toys and you can either sell them or give them to your children. I did have a battery to test it, and so I was able to test it. It sold without a battery, but it was sold working. It works, no battery in the title. And so buyers all in at $48.99 on that one. Picked up this snow globe. I've never done a snow globe before, but I see people pick up snow globes all the time. And this one was $3, and it was White Christmas. And I'm like, White Christmas has a following. This is gonna sell. And so I looked it up. Comps were $30. I listed it for $30. It sold for $30. I've probably had it for a month. These are Shiny Bright brand, and you may be familiar with Shiny Bright brand. But these are just 2 loose Christmas ornaments. And what I didn't know about Shiny Brights, I picked these up in a box, and I was like, these 2 are really good. It was like one of those old boxes of 12 that almost like an egg crate. But I didn't realize Shiny Bright said Shiny Bright on the little hook holder thing, and I'll show you where I had that pictured. So, good night, Judah. I didn't realize that said that on that little ring, so now I'll know to look if I suspect that something is Shiny Bright. These sold real quick for $17.95 plus shipping on 2 loose glass Christmas ornaments. Iron Maiden Carnival glass sold for $34.99. I picked it up for $1 at a garage sale, and I got a bunch of good stuff at that garage sale. Buyers all in at $38, and I've had it for probably 2 months, maybe a little more. I had it marked at the top of the market because that is a crazy desirable piece. Iron Maiden has a huge following. If you find vintage Iron Maiden anything, it will sell. If you find new Iron Maiden stuff, it's probably going to sell. People who like Iron Maiden are bananas. I would put it on par with Star Wars. Like, they're a band, but their following is crazy. It's like Kiss. Like, the people just eat up every piece of merchandise. Now, Iron Maiden hasn't sold themselves to every advertiser who will put their image on something the way that Kiss has. But anything that is Iron Maiden is probably going to sell. I went to that estate sale, and I showed you guys 1 second of me shopping at the estate sale, and the only thing I picked up was this White's metal detector ring. I only knew what that was because Dennis had sold me those metal detectors a couple weeks ago, and this one sold for $39. I paid $1 for it. Buyers all in at $42, and I probably had it. It was listed for maybe a week. Stir Crazies. I've been selling every time I pick up a Stir Crazy, it sells. So I would put those on the BOLO list. I paid $5 for this. It was listed for like a week, and it sold for $26 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $48.
Hey, Tom, I could use some help here with your children.
Just start beating them. And I picked this Christmas tree stand up for $2. It was just super ornate, super heavy, and in the original box. So I thought that's probably something that somebody's going to want. I listed it for $29.80. Sold buyers all in at $45. It's probably been listed for 6 weeks. I think that's probably far enough back. I don't remember what I have and haven't covered this far back at this point. So, yeah, you can look at my eBay store and click on solds, and you can look at what sold if you want to see more. If you want more of this kind of content, click the subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll get a notification when I post new content. Thanks for liking and commenting and being supportive. You rock. We'll see you next time.